Jim's doing derby.
Jim's doing derby. I know, but
It's Saturday too.
I'm outside of here. I am been very busy. By the way, I'm getting a new pair of cats tomorrow.
Oh, 2 more?
Two cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
New parents.
Well, my mom was at sorry. My older cats are not bonding with my mama. She's lonely, so I thought, well, let's get some more cats in here. Maybe they'll hang out with her.
Aww.
Right? Because yeah. Oh, we're getting a separate one for the upstairs for them. And it's a pair of male cats. It's just that
electronic ones that spins around. Hopefully they won't be in there.
I don't know. I heard those have been killing cats. Actually, if you look that up on YouTube,
What have?
the self-cleaning litter boxes are actually been killing cats.
Yeah, they get in there and start.
I don't know how.
Because it becomes sediment.
Man, what the hell are you wearing?
He's Ed Wood.
I'm wearing an
We have one.
I didn't see that
Argyle
shirt.
sweater.
Hi, Happy.
It takes through.
Oh, Happy's here. Hi, Happy.
Wearing an Argyle sweater and a nice black
Happy.
skirt. Thank you.
We have a little box that takes through, and it catches all the feces and shit. And then it saves all the good.
It's siftable, whatever.
Yeah.
It catches all the feces and shit. So you won't say it catches all the shit, but you'll say and shit.
Feces and shit.
It's piss.
Are they the same thing? You mean pee?
Yes, they
Pee in the
are.
poop.
I don't need a litter tray. I'm always catching
There's a
shit.
big difference in the spelling.
Well, our cat doesn't use it. She goes outside.
Oh my
She can't be
God.
bothered.
Our cat uses it maybe 5 times a year.
In the
It's an
winter,
outdoor cat.
she can't wade through
Alright.
the snow because it's up to her.
I love Wade's Avatar, Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pinhead.
And by the way, when I watched that for the first time, I got to say that is the most unique horror film I have ever seen.
I
Where
got
the most
hooked.
evil person in the whole movie is the one that's being haunted.
Right?
I know.
I got hooked on those. I didn't like horror movies. I hated
Yeah.
all the Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff like that. But I watched Hellraiser.
I
the first
thought
one,
the
and
most
was hooked.
evil, most despicable, and most dangerous person in the movie is the one being haunted. That's a pretty damn original take, in my opinion. So, you know.
Isn't that
What was
just
the title of that movie?
a Christmas Carol, dude? It's like 300 years old.
Oh, the original.
True, but that was nice, and this lady
original.
does
Oh, okay, yeah,
not
great movie.
reform.
Wanna watch
Anyway,
it?
it's-
Are you going to start this game on time or what?
Yes, I am. I'm going to start this game. There we go. I'm just going
Oh, that's
to
funny
do the
coming
little
from
thing.
Nick. I'm gonna start comedy at 7:15 every night.
Hello, everyone.
7:10.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hollywood Squares. I'm your host for tonight.
You don't know
Catboy
what the
Thinking.
hell you're playing.
I know what I'm playing. I found my quarter, by the way. And also an announcement that next week it's going to be Hollywood Squares for the entire month of October. Next week is going to be zombies. Zombies. And I'm saving the
Guess what
best
the
for last.
decoration around here will look like?
Zombies.
Exactly like this.
Yeah, it's going to be exactly the same. Okay. Now, at the start of every game, as we do every time, we always go to whoever's sitting in X. This will be Than. Than, I'm going to flip a coin to see who gets to go first. You get to call heads or tails.
Heads.
You're calling
Always.
heads. Flip the coin, and it is my king. My King Charles has come up heads. So that means you get to go first. Who do you want first for the Hollywood Squares?
I'll go with Kirsten.
Kirsten is not the secret square, everybody.
I'll still take her.
I gotta change it once in a while.
Boom.
I know.
You gotta change it up once in a while. Okay, Kirsten.
Yep.
Oh, wait,
Okay, I'm
Kirsten.
ready to sing my answer. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna name 3 horror film stars. One of them was a regular on the original Hollywood Squares back in the 70s. Who was it? Was it Boris Karloff, Vincent Price, or Linda Blair?
Linda Blair. Who? It was her.
There was 3, yeah. Boris Karloff, Vincent Price, and Linda Blair. You say it was Linda Blair. I go back to Than. All right, Than. Is Kirsten right or is Kirsten wrong?
Ooh. I'll agree.
Christian was
I'm
totally
sorry,
wrong.
no. It was Vincent Price. Linda Blair
That's so fucking
probably
evil.
was on the show a few times. I don't know, but Vincent
But
Price
Vincent
was
was
there
there
all the
constantly.
time. Yeah, he was
I don't
there.
remember that as much. I do remember.
Oh,
that.
he was definitely there a lot.
Well,
So
I
that
watched
means
it a lot, and yeah, Vincent Price. was
Circle
there.
gets
He
where I
was
go
my
with Porcelana.
second guess, but it seems like I saw Linda Blair there recently
Wait,
when my
wait,
mom was
Then
watching
it's-
reruns.
Yeah.
Vincent Price was there
The only
constantly.
reason why I put her name in is because she's a horror person from the 1970s. Is the only
Yeah.
reason why I picked her.
Yeah.
But she never really had a lot of
I
presence
don't
here
know
and there,
that shit.
in my opinion.
Really?
You know,
Okay.
I didn't really see her do a lot. Porcelana, your turn. Who do you want?
I want Wade.
You want Wade
Oh.
or let's see. You want
Good
Wade.
morning,
Wade to the
Porcelana.
bottom. Oh, okay. You're just late.
Ouch.
All right, Wade. Wade with that excellent avatar, by the way, from one of my favorite movies, Hellraiser. That's Pinhead. How you doing, Wade?
I am fantastic, and I am here to help Porcelana win this thing and
Uh-oh.
stomp Sam's
I
ass
sound-
into the ground.
Okay. That sounds like you're ready to go. All right. Now, did you see the original movie, The Fly, with Vincent Price?
Ooh, the original one. That's a long time ago.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I did.
Okay, you did see it. Okay. Now, that movie, the original one, takes place in a Canadian city. Which one was it? Is it
Canada.
Montreal? Canada. Is it Montreal, Toronto, or Vancouver?
Oh. I'm trying to remember the buildings. Hold on just a second.
It's not much of a hint.
It was... No.
It was in Canada.
It was in Canada. It was actually in Toronto. It was closer because I remember them going across the. You could see the water out by. So yeah, it was in Toronto.
You say the story took place in Toronto. I go back to Porcelana. Porcelana. Is Wade right or is Wade wrong?
I'm going to have to say yes because I have no clue.
Oh, sorry, but it was Montreal.
It
was Montreal. The original
It's Montreal. Not
Montreal. Montreal. The story took place
Montreal.
in Montreal. Sorry about that.
I was on the
Well,
wrong
that's
coast.
two.
Sorry,
We have an X and
Porcelana.
O, but both of them are
Thank you.
wrong answers. Let's see. Now we go back to Than. Than, who do you want next?
I will go with the dumb Swede Johan.
Johan is a secret square, everybody.
There's Secret Square.
Private
Secret
joke between the
Square.
two of
The
us.
Swede,
Oh.
Johan.
Ding, ding,
Hi,
ding, ding,
Johan.
ding.
Hello.
I just hope he remembers
Okay.
it and realizes I'm the redhead who called him that.
Johan,
For once,
your
I'm not a
question.
redhead.
Okay, Johan, your question is, we're still in the movie The Fly. Now, if you remember, the movie The Fly is about a scientist who built a transporter that malfunctions, and he turns the man into a hideous monster, a fly. But that was not the original idea they were going to go when the writer wrote the story. Instead, he was going to have the lead character turn into what? Was it a spider, a hideous blob, or an adorable little kitty person?
No, that's you.
Kitty person.
You say an adorable little kitty person.
100%, yeah.
Yep, all right, I go back to Than. Than,
I will agree.
holy shit, how did you guys know that? It was an adorable little kitty person. What happened was when he... No, he was... The original story was written for Playboy magazine when he was working on it. And then he had another writer saying, yeah, but because you remember the cat, right? If you remember in the movie, what was the cat's name? Tindy?
I have no fucking clue.
No.
Oh, well, anyway.
It wasn't Tindy.
Yeah, right. He put the cat in, and the cat was supposed to be still in the machine when he sets it on himself, and then it slowly turned into a cat. And now he said, "Oh, that's the idea." And then his friend said, "Kitty people are adorable. Go with something disgusting." You know, like a fly or a spider or something like that. So that's where they went.
I still
Yeah, kitty
prefer
people are not
Stewie and the stuffed teddy bear thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Kitty
better.
people are not scary. Go with something disgusting. Yeah, that was his advice. And it worked.
Did I hear he was the secret square?
Yes, he
He
was. You
was.
just won 100 Linden.
Congratulations, and you're welcome.
Right.
Thank you,
Get
thank
100
you.
Linden for getting it right. I honestly didn't think anyone would get that. All right. Because it sounds like a joke ending. All right.
Sweet.
Yeah. Now we
It's
go to
fun on
Porcelana. Porcelana, you want Titty for the Block. No, we're going to Titty for the Block, who's dressed up as the gorgeous Elvira.
Lovely boobies.
Elvira.
Elvira.
Okay, Elvira. Now,
Everybody was gonna start
now
singing this song.
Elvira has been known to point this out. This is something that she knows about personally, and she's pointed it out. It is an error that people commonly make about Frankenstein's monster. What is the most common mistake that people make about Frankenstein's monster? A, they think the monster is actually named Frankenstein. B, they think Bela Lugosi first played Frankenstein instead of Boris Karloff. Or C, they think the first Frankenstein movie was in color and not black and white. Which of those three is the correct one?
People pointing out that the name is Frankenstein, not Frankenstein's monster.
Right. So the people actually think that the monster is named Frankenstein, and he's not.
There's no
So,
way.
all right. So we
Hey,
go back.
them.
Damn.
That's
Okay, so
correct.
you say, yeah, that's correct. Absolutely
That is
correct. They think
absolutely correct.
that, yeah, but the monster is not named Frankenstein. It's
No, it's Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's
Right.
the doctor! The monster is the
Yeah.
monster!
Yes.
Right.
It's in the name.
So we go back to Thin. Thin, who do you want?
No, if you read the book, in the book, the creature is not the monster. Frankenstein is the monster for creating the creature.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was the whole
Frankenstein
point.
is the monster,
Yeah.
the antagonist
Exactly.
of
Yeah.
the book.
Playing God and everything.
Alright, oh, she blocked me. I guess I will go with, I'll go with the power square.
You're going with Jim, the center square. Power square. We're going with Jim. Hi, Jim.
Hi.
All right.
You
Okay.
can
Now,
do it.
you heard in the previous question that a lot of people make the mistake that they call the monster Frankenstein. Now, what was responsible for people making this mistake? It was one of these three things. Is it because of cartoons of Frankenstein, or is it because of cheap knockoff B movies of Frankenstein, or is it because of Halloween masks?
What was the first one?
First one was cartoons of Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
Second was knockoff movies, or in the last one, Halloween masks.
I'm going with Halloween masks.
You say it was Halloween masks. I go back to Than Than. Is Jim right or is Jim wrong?
I think he is correct.
He's absolutely correct because they kept calling the mask Frankenstein, the monster. That's what made people think that the monster's name was Frankenstein. There we go. All right, so we go back to Porcelana. Porcelana, you have a choice of Glisa or Fiddler for the block.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with Fiddler.
Fiddler. Fiddler way up top. Hi, Fiddler.
Do my best.
Okay.
All right, Fiddler.
That's all
Fiddler's
we
going to
can
do
do.
his best, and we appreciate that. Yes, we
Yeah.
do. Okay. Now, Bela Lugosi is mostly known for playing Dracula, but he actually did star in a few Frankenstein movies. What role did he play? Which of these four roles did he play in the Frankenstein movies? Did he play Dr. Frankenstein? Yeah, which of these four roles? Did he play Dr. Frankenstein, Igor, the monster, Dracula, or all of the above?
I'm gonna go with all the above.
You say all of the above.
Yeah,
Played
he
one of each.
Like the scary figure.
Talented.
All right.
Yeah.
Played one of each. So,
I agree.
Porcelana.
I
You
agree.
Absolutely true. Yes, he did
Yeah.
play. In one movie, he played the monster. One movie, he played Dr. Frankenstein. He played Igor with Boris Karloff. This is when Boris Karloff. Yeah, Boris Karloff. This is where Boris Karloff found out that he was a bit of an asshole. Right. So, Circle gets a square. Circle gets a square.
Yay,
Successful
Circle!
block.
Oh.
Glad to help you out, hon.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now
That's
we go back to Than Than. You get to pick Glisa for the win.
Yes.
All right, we're going to Glisa for the win. Hi, Glisa.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to be a scary clown that murders people and all that stuff?
I'd like
He's
to
a-
be.
cute
I
clown.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
He's a cute clown.
Okay. Now, your question is,
cute clowns?
I'm going to give you a list of 3 giant monsters. Which of these 3 giant monsters has Godzilla never fought? All 3 of these are giant monsters. Which one has he never fought? Is it King Kong, Gamera, or Rodan?
I know he fought Rodan, and I've seen him fight King Kong, so I'm going to say the second one was what?
Gamera.
Gamera, I guess.
All right, Gamera's the giant flying turtle one. Okay, so I go back to Than. Than, is Gleesa right or is Gleesa wrong?
Quick clarification question, Catboy.
Yes.
Is this question more than 2 years old?
Yes it is.
She is wrong. It's King Kong.
No, he definitely fought King Kong. There's a 60s version of him fighting King Kong. The monster he never fought is Gamera, because Gamera is part of a different series. It's kind of like DC and Marvel. You can't put those 2 together in the same movie.
Oh, you could.
Well,
Yeah,
you
they
could,
explored the universe.
you're going to have a lawsuit.
One, didn't they?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it's licensing. Gamera was put together by someone who hates Godzilla. He left the studio to do his own monster movies, so they're feuding. They'll never put them in the same film. It's a completely different licensing.
Wow,
But, he's definitely fought King Kong. Absolutely.
I didn't think
As a matter of fact, there's more than one.
a movie a few years ago.
Yeah, well, there's that one, which is officially canon, by the way, and there's also one from way back in the 1960s as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So that would mean that Circle gets a square.
If
Yes,
you
it
haven't
would.
seen that movie, I
Now there's an opportunity
What
for
is it?
Porcelana to steal.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
Porcelana, you could steal with you could either call upon Legacy or Day Miami. the steal.
I think I'm going to go with Legacy.
Legacy, you're going with Legacy. All right. Here we go. Hi, Legacy. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. I got a bit of a trick question for you here. All right.
Okay, I'm
Bit of a
listening
trick.
closely.
Okay. Which of these titles is a classic movie about giant ants? Which of these titles is a classic movie about giant ants? Is it Them, Attack of the Giant Ants, or The Naked Jungle?
Oh, it's definitely The Naked Jungle.
You say it's The Naked Jungle. Movie
That's another
about.
franchise.
It's a title of a movie about Attack of Giant Ants. So I go
did
back.
have giant ants, though.
I know.
All right, Attack of Giant Ants. So I go back to Porcelana. Porcelana, is she right or is she wrong?
I have no clue, so I'm going to say she's right.
No, I'm sorry. The Naked Jungle is a horror movie about regular-sized ants, actually.
Army ants.
Sorry, I did say
Army
giant
ants.
ants. Them is the one about giant ants, and the title "Attack of the Giant Ants" is actually it's a song that was written by Blondie.
That was my
The
bad
Blondie
for
song.
gambling. I thought I was giving you a clue. I'm so sorry, sweetie.
I was too busy sticking my bloody tongue out at day. I wasn't paying.
Well, I'm afraid X gets a square, and that means whoever gets the last one, doesn't matter who it is, wins the game automatically. So Than, you're in Day Miami. You don't have a choice.
I know.
We go to Day Miami.
like it.
I was
You're gonna take Day, and you're gonna like it. Here we go. Day Miami, right there.
I'm here.
You're here. Okay. Now, of course, you know the actor Michael Landon, who's known for Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie.
He's Paul.
Awesome actor.
He was. He was.
You remember him?
I do.
Okay, so in the early part of his career, he was a teenage version of what well-known monster in a movie in the 1950s? He was the teenage version of this monster. Is it I was a teenage mummy, I was a teenage werewolf, or I was a teenage vampire?
Oh, it's... Agreed. There's three of us here. We're all agreeing.
It was a remake.
I don't know.
The remake.
So which one is it? The mummy, the werewolf, or the vampire?
Werewolf.
You say werewolf. I go to I go back to Than. Than, is Day Miami right or is Day Miami wrong?
He is very, very right.
You have recovered the win, and you win the game for 250
good job.
Linden.
Congratulations.
Way to go.
Well done. Good game.
You
That
recovered
was a
from
hairy situation.
Now I gotta reset the board. We're gonna need a new contestant to take Than's place. If anyone wants to trade places in the board, now's the time to do it.
Oh, Catboy.
Make your move.
Another birthday today? The
It's,
really,
yes,
really
Ed
hot
Wood.
chick who played Robin in Once Bitten with Jim Carrey. Her birthday's today, too.
If nobody
Okay.
else wants to, I'll
I
go
don't know who
now.
I
Y'all,
I haven't seen that
Boston,
movie in a
say
very
hi.
long.
Everybody say hi to Boston.
Listen, tell Boston I'm getting some new kitties. I'll send pictures.
Oh, I'll get.
Jump down there, Legacy.
I did. I think I'm sitting on the
So
chair.
we're gonna need a new contestant.
floating
Someone's
over
going up in the
there.
panel. We got it, and Legacy's gonna play. All
That's
right.
amazing, Dusk. I just see you.
All right. Now I'm gonna have to
I
choose a
want
new
that
secret.
outfit.
New secret square. Secret square has been chosen. I go to Porcelana. Porcelana. Who do you want first for the Hollywood squares?
I'm going to go with Jim.
Jim. Jim. Oh, you're going with the power square. Hi, Jim.
Hi.
All right, Jim. Your question is: now we just heard that Michael Landon played the teenage werewolf. I'm going to ask you, what actor brought back the role of the teenage werewolf in the 1980s version of this? I was a teenage werewolf. Is it Matthew Broderick, Charlie Sheen, or Michael J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox is the answer.
You say it was Michael J. Fox.
That's
I go back
correct-amundo.
to Porcelana. Is it right or wrong?
Correctamundo.
Correctamundo. Circle gets a square. There we go. Let's put a circle in there. All
Come on
right.
in, little girl.
Thank you, brother.
Now we go to Legacy. Legacy, who did you want for Hollywood Squares?
I want 10.
You scored.
Do you want
Dahlia?
Tindalia? We're on to Tindy. Tindy.
Girl.
Hi, Tindy.
I see no Tindy here.
There we go.
Elvira.
We got Elvira. Elvira.
Mistress of the
Okay.
Dark.
So, Mistress of the Dark, your question is, what teenage heartthrob got his very first movie role in Nightmare on Elm Street?
Piggy dope.
One of these three. The 1980s teenage. Was it Johnny Depp, Patrick Swayze, or Judd Nelson?
Oh, that was Patrick Swayze, of course.
You say it was Patrick Swayze, old teenage heartthrob known for Red Dawn back in those days. I go back to Legacy. Legacy, is Tindy right or is Tindy wrong?
What were my 3 choices?
Your 3 choices were Johnny Depp, Patrick Swayze, or Judd Nelson. He picked Patrick Swayze.
He is wrong.
You'd be right. Tindy lies sometimes. So, you know, X gets a square. Yeah, it was Johnny Depp.
Johnny
It
Depp.
was
It's more fun when
Johnny
they're
Depp.
live.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is. He really is.
All right, we go to Porcelana now. Porcelana, who do you want?
made it. Hi, Nixie.
Hey, Nick.
Hi.
Yep, baby
Hi, guys.
Okay, let's
Hey.
do Day.
Sit down.
Day Miami. Go to Day. Where's Day? Day. There he is in the upper corner. Hi, Day.
Hi, Dave.
Day Miami. How you
Yeah,
doing?
boy.
Oh. Okay, Day. Okay, now your question is, if you've seen the role of the original Freddy Krueger, which was played by the actor Robert Englund. Now, from the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Now, he turned down an audition for what role, and he gave that audition
I
to
know
his
this.
roommate. He turned down, in order to accept the role of, I believe, Freddy Krueger or some other role, he turned down an audition for what role and gave it to his roommate. Was it for Luke Skywalker, Eraserhead, or Dracula?
Ooh, Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter, pick me.
Dang it.
We're going to go with Luke Skywalker.
You say Luke Skywalker, and I go back to Legacy. Whose turn is it?
Oh, Porcelana.
Porcelana.
Porcelana's turn. Porcelana is Day Miami right or is Day Miami wrong?
I'm going to say he's wrong. I really
I'm sorry, but he's right. Yeah, his
I
roommate.
didn't have any faith.
Mark Hamill was his roommate.
Yeah, Mark
you
Hamill was his
gotta have
roommate,
faith
and he
to
gave
face
the
that.
audition to him, saying, "Oh, there's this role for something called Luke Skywalker. You should try it
So
out."
for Star Wars, you guys should go try it.
Yeah. Well, there we go. X gets a square.
Yeah, listen to it.
Yeah. Well, that's just something I made up that I picked randomly from the 1970s.
No. Wait, Dick Tracy villain. I'm gonna rule you out.
Oh, that one. Right, the one with Warren Beatty. Yeah.
So
Legacy.
my dad was always
What do you
watching
want
those
for
war
Hollywood
movies.
Squares?
I want, it makes the most sense to take Wade.
You're going to
Why
take
would you
Wade.
take me?
Okay, we're going with Wade because if you get that, it'll leave you with 2 options to win the game.
Very smart.
Or you
It
could have
was
got,
Wade
or
or
you
Fiddler.
would have gotten the same results with Fiddler, but you're going with Wade. All right.
Okay.
Wade. Okay, your question is. You're gonna like this. Which of these movie killers is known for carrying a chainsaw as their signature weapon? It's one of these 3. Is it Leatherface, Jason, or Freddy Krueger?
Oh, come on now. I'm from Texas. How can I not know that? Are you kidding me with this question? We're going to go with Leatherface.
You say it's Leatherface. His signature weapon is a chainsaw. I go back to Legacy. Legacy, is he right or is he wrong?
He is absolutely correct, and if he had gotten that
Absolutely
wrong,
correct.
I would have
Well-
to question talk to him.
Well, I'm glad that you very confidently got it right because this question throws some people sometimes because there are times when Jason and Freddy Krueger used a chainsaw, but it's not their signature weapon.
Signature weapon. No.
Signature weapon
Yep.
is Leatherface. X gets a square. All right, here we go. Now we go back to Porcelana. Porcelana, you have a choice for a block, either Kirsten or Johan.
Who's it going to be?
I'll go with Kirsten.
Kirsten is secret
It's a
square,
secret
everybody.
square.
Secret square, secret square. Hi, Kirsten.
Hi.
I love the flapping wings, by the way. That looks really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to get those. Mine don't flap.
You need some
Mind you, but I'm not
bento.
wearing them.
Yeah, I gotta get some bento. All
That's
right,
'cause
here
you're
we go.
old-fashioned, cowboy.
Need some
All right.
relief, buddy.
It's like I don't know.
Okay. Now, your question is, of course, about. It's going to be about the Jamie Lee Curtis. Her first major role was the movie Halloween. Right.
The Queen of Scream.
Halloween. Right. Now, it was. I believe it was made in 1978. It's a John Carpenter film. The mask that the bad guy is wearing in Halloween is actually one of these 3 things. The mask that he's wearing is. It's supposed to look something creepy, but it's actually one of these 3 things. Is it a Richard Nixon mask? Is it a William Shatner mask? Or it's a potato sack with a wig on it?
It is James Tiberius Kirk Shatner.
You say it's James Tiberius Kirk Shatner. Okay, I go for Porcelana 4 or the Secret Square 100 Linden. Is Kirsten right or is Kirsten wrong?
That's correct.
Absolutely right. It was a William Shatner mask. Circle gets a square and you win a
And look how many years of creepiness Shatner.
I love him. I don't know why.
Although I would have accepted a potato sack with a wig on. It's pretty much the same thing.
What? Uncompromised.
I can't believe such a thing.
Okay, so Legacy, you don't get the Secret Square, but you can take the win from Johan. Is that what you want?
Oh, that thing.
It definitely is.
All right, you're
Johan.
going with Johan. I'm going with Johan. Hi, Johan.
Yeah, Johan.
All right, Johan, your question is, now we just had a question about the movie Halloween, starring Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis had a very busy career. In the early part of his life, she was known as a scream queen of the late 70s, early 80s. And in 1980, she starred in 3 horror films. One of them is a John Carpenter film. One of these films is a John Carpenter film. She was in all 3 of these movies in 1 year, in 1980, but only one of them is a John Carpenter film. Which one is it? Prom Night, Terror Train, or The Fog?
Horror Train.
Oh, Terror Train is what you're going with. Okay, you say it's Terror Train. Which, by the way, I just saw recently. That's on the Tubi if anyone wants to watch it. Yeah.
What
Terror
are the three again?
The three again is Prom Night, Terror Train, and The Fog.
Terror
Only
Train.
one of those is a John Carpenter film. You pick Terror Train. I go back to Legacy for the Win. Is Johan right or is Johan wrong?
I'm pretty sure he's wrong.
You'd be right to say he's wrong. It was The Fog. The Fog. Really good horror film. Good old-fashioned horror film. It's great, by the way. Yeah, I don't see the dumb remake, but I didn't care for that. You just won 250
And
Linden.
no fucking frogs in that movie, unfortunately.
It's good to see the original.
Hey, there we go. You just win. So we're going to need a new contestant to take Legacy's place. Hopefully you don't have to go anywhere.
Up here.
And if anyone wants to trade place on the board, now's time to do it.
Carson's going to go. Go ahead, Carson.
Okay, so while we're doing
Oh,
this,
Kirsten wants to play, I think, huh? Going to be a contestant?
No.
my father was one of those guys that always watched war movies like Patton and all that stuff. He loved those war movies.
Did you
And,
know that Patton grew up in my hometown?
Hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes, we can.
Hamilton, Massachusetts.
Can you hear me? I don't see my icon on the screen. All right. I can't tell.
Yes, I hear.
Can I come up?
We can hear you,
I hear you, Dusk.
Okay.
I can sit.
All right, so we have a new contestant. There's one empty square left up in the, it's the upper left on the panel. If anyone wants to grab that, then we could start.
Thank you.
I'm David Patton's granddaughter.
I gotta see him. Oh no, she's great.
Still hear you. Okay, we need someone to take the upper left-hand panel, please, so we can play. Upper left-hand panel.
Kirsten, we need you back.
Has Catboy been choppy for anybody else tonight?
So Kirsten's gonna take. Oh, who took it?
Little
Someone
bit,
took it.
not major.
No.
Pepper. Pepper's gonna take it.
It's just me.
All right. So let's see. We went with circle last time. We're going to go back to the X. I have to choose a new secret square. A new secret square has been chosen. Day Miami, you get to go first. Who do you want first for the Hollywood squares?
Let's go with Pepper.
I don't believe it. Pepper is the secret square, everybody. That was fast.
It's got built-in.
Yeah, okay. Pepper is the secret square, everybody.
There she is.
All right, Pepper. Pepper, you with us?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you loud and clear. Yes, we can.
I
Yeah.
don't see my dog.
Okay.
I know. It's
No, we see it.
Look, I mean, the
Well,
bat, you're
doesn't matter.
fine.
Okay. Now, you know. Okay, now you know that whenever a movie that has a lot of swearing in it, they dub over it so they can air it on TV.
Oh, this
Your
one.
question, yeah. Now your question is, what movie is the dubbed line "Your mother sews socks that smell" affiliated with? One of these three movies.
Wait, I can't hear.
Okay, I'll ask you again. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, now everyone, don't talk over it. What movie is the dubbed line "Your mother sews socks that smell" affiliated with? Is that from The Exorcist, The Omen, or Rosemary's Baby?
Well, it's definitely not Rosemary's Baby because it was a baby.
Well, the thing is, though, remember that this is a dubbed line so that it could be aired on TV. It was censored. And sometimes the censors use lines that make no sense whatsoever. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh. I spent The Exorcist with my hands over my eyes. And I did watch The Omen. I'm going to go with The Omen.
You say it was The Omen is affiliated with that line. I go back to Dave Miami. All right, Dave, for the secret square, Honda Linden, is Pepper right or is Pepper wrong?
Don't disagree.
You'd be right to disagree. It was The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Yeah, the line they dubbed over was "Your mother sucks cocks hell." What I love about it is that after she says "Your mother sews socks that smell," that's when the priest goes out of his mind and tries to kick shit out of a little girl. Like, oh, no, my mother, you
Thinking about socks, aren't you?
Talk about my mom.
Don't you talk about my mama and her socks that smell, motherfucker. You're gonna get Yeah, that's 100 Linden you just won there. That's Sacred Square. Yeah, now we go to Porcelana. Porcelana, who do you want next for the Hollywood Squares?
I will take. I'm gonna go with Jim again.
Jim, going with Jim, the Power Square.
Yay.
Going with Jim. All right.
Yes.
All right, Jim, are you there?
I am there.
Okay. Now,
I'm here.
I'm gonna give you a list of 3 giant monsters. Which of these giant monsters is not a result of mutation caused by atomic tests? Which is a very common theme in giant monsters. Which of these is not a result of mutation caused by atomic tests? Is it the beast from 20,000 Fathoms, King Kong, or Godzilla?
I thought it was Ninja Turtles.
He was in the jungle.
You say King Kong. So I go back to Porcelana. Porcelana, is Jim right or is Jim wrong?
I'm going to have faith and say yes, he's right.
Absolutely right. King Kong gigantism is never related to atomic tests. Circle gets a square.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's just a big monkey.
Yeah, he's just a big monkey from an island. They never really determined why it happened.
Nope.
Yeah. Let's see. Day Miami, your turn. Who do you want?
Let's go with Tindy.
Tindy. We're going with Tindy. Going across the board to a sexy Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Hi, Elvira.
Hello.
Hello. Your question is, what year did the movie, Boris Karloff's movie, what year did the movie Frankenstein 1970 come out? That's the actual title of the movie. Frankenstein 1970. What year is it released? 1970, 1985, or 1958?
I'm sensing a trick question.
Oh, it's going to be 1958.
You say 1958. I go back to Day Miami Day. Is Tindy right or is Tindy wrong?
It's a tough one because Tindy normally lies. But I think I'm going to agree this time.
Yeah, it was 1958. Absolutely true. Why the hell they called it that, I don't know. But yeah, it's a movie that takes place 12 years in the future, I suppose. Yeah, so X gets a square.
See,
Yeah.
the amazing technology in this future of 1970.
1970, where the cars fly and people poop themselves.
I'm still waiting for my goddamn hoverboard from 2015.
Yeah, I know. By the way, there is a Christopher Lee movie, Dracula 1970, that came out in 1970 and takes place in 1970, but it's not called Dracula 1970. It's something else all entirely.
Of course it is.
Right, so we go to Porcelana. Porcelana, who did you want?
I'm going to go with Wade.
Going with Wade. Here we go. Wade is right, bottom corner.
Yeah,
I've
been too lazy to move.
Well, I can understand you don't want to move around too much when you got that stuff on your head. You might fall. Might fall down.
Maybe you're just dead tired.
This time I'm going to try to do Porcelana right.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping to save this question for Kirsten, actually, because I bet she knows the answer to this right away.
Kirsten, you better tell me the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Now, in the movie Bride of Frankenstein, that shocking hair, you can see there's an example here. Tindy left it up. That shocking hair that goes way up, about 3 feet high, and of course the role was played by Elsa Lanchester. What held the hair in place like that? It was one of these 3 things. Was it a hidden wire frame, 5 cans of extra strength hairspray, or dried glue?
Ooh.
What held that wild hair in place? Was it a wire frame, 5 cans of extra strength hairspray, or glue?
Well, wow, that is a tough one. But if you watch the movies and watch them real close, you can actually see the wireframe peeking out from underneath the hair where they didn't quite get it right sometimes. So I'm going to go with wireframe.
All right, I go back to Day Miami. Day.
No.
It was Day's turn. No, it was Porcelana's turn?
Porcelana's turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Porcelana. Is he right or is he wrong?
Right there, I picked it
I
up.
hope he's right because someone thinks he's right.
Absolutely right. And yes, you can see the wireframe sometimes. If you watch it very closely, he is absolutely right.
We're going for the Aquanet. So
Yeah.
All right, Porcelana.
Hey,
Definitely
absolutely right.
add
If you-
tonight? No.
Yeah, if you do watch a couple of scenes, you could see the wireframes holding up a leg a few times.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to
In the
lose.
80s for Mohawks,
That's
that's
what I was
true.
So we go to. I know. Well, I honestly I would have thought it was
Aquanet.
all three of the above. Like they probably used
Yeah.
hairspray and glue all together, but no. Apparently, they said it was just a wireframe. Is all they needed.
Dippity doo and Aquanet.
Dude, Day Miami. I guess you want Fiddler for the block.
I do. I want my good friend Fiddler.
Fiddler for the block.
All
right. All right, Fiddler. Your question is, it was. They call it a horsehair wireframe, by the way. That was a horsehair. Oh, the frame. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. They call that wireframe a horsehair wireframe. I learned that from that horsehair wireframe. I learned it from the guy who hosts Turner Classic Movies. I forgot. Yeah, he was the one that explained that, by the way. Okay, here we go. Now, your question is, in the early 1980s, for some very strange reason, Walt Disney Film Studios decided they were going to try their hands at making horror movies. Which of these movies from Disney Studio is not a horror movie from the 1980s? All three of these are Disney films from 1980s. Which one is not a horror movie? Is it Watcher in the Woods, Something Wicked This Way Comes, or Midnight Madness?
Oh, quite the question here.
Yeah.
Give me the three options again.
Yeah. Which of these is not a horror movie? All three of these are Disney films from the early 1980s. Which one is not a horror film? Is it Watcher in the Woods, Something Wicked This Way Comes, or Midnight Madness?
Definitely not one of them.
No.
Give me the three answers again.
Yeah. Is it which of these three films is not a horror film? Is it Watcher in the Woods, Something Wicked This Way Comes, or Midnight Madness?
Something wicked.
You said you're going to go with B. Something Wicked This Way Comes is what you're going with. I'm going to go back to.
That's what I'm going with.
Day Miami. Day is Fiddler right or is Fiddler wrong?
I'm gonna disagree.
You'd be right to disagree. It was Midnight Madness is a comedy about a scavenger hunt. Like X gets a square.
I've seen this.
Yeah. Midnight
Something
Madness.
Wicked This Way Comes. That is definitely horror.
That is definitely horror. I saw that too. Yeah. I don't know why Disney decided to go in that direction, but they did. It was a bit weird.
They were trying to, give me the
And by the way,
everybody else.
yeah, and they made a kids film, by the way, which I think is one of the scariest fucking movies I've ever seen in my life.
Black Cauldron?
No, kid,
I really
you
like
know what I'm talking about.
Return to Oz?
Return to
wow,
Oz.
Return to fucking
Holy
Oz.
shit. My God, that was scary.
I mean, they are following the book, like, pretty well, but yeah, that's fucking creepy shit.
I want to call that a horror film. It's a straight up horror film, but no, they just refer to it as a
sorceress
Disney
that goes
kids
around
film.
switching heads. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not horror.
That's scary as fuck. Anyway, we go to Porcelana. Porcelana, you have a choice for a block. Either it's Dusk or Legacy. No one's called on Dusk tonight, by the way. You went with Dusk. Dusk has not been called on tonight.
Oh, it's lonely over here. What's up with
Yeah,
that?
poor Dusk. Poor Dusk. It's about time you got a question. Yeah. Gosh darn it. Okay. Okay, your question is, Ray Harryhausen. Ray Harryhausen, a well-known stop-motion animator, known for his work in many monster films, such as The Voyage of Sinbad, Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans. He was inspired to make monsters after working on what movie? It was one of these three. Is it Lost World, King Kong, or 10,000 BC?
choice?
The first choice was Lost World. He worked on one of these 3 original films, and it inspired him to do that for a living for the rest of his life. Lost World, King Kong, or 10,000 BC.
10,000 BC.
You say 10,000 BC. So I'll go back to, let's see, Porcelana. Porcelana for the block. Porcelana is Dusk right. Is Dusk wrong?
I'm gonna say she's incorrect.
You'd be right to say she's wrong. It was King Kong.
That's what
King Kong. Yeah, Moogle gets a
I
square.
was thinking King Kong, but it just seemed like it was too obvious. So I was thinking that could be it.
Yeah. It was King Kong. That inspired him. It's like, oh, I want to
Sometimes
do this
he's
for the rest
Captain
of my
Obvious.
life. Yeah, it is.
Apparently.
Sometimes, yeah. So we go to Day Miami. Day, I think you want Legacy for the win.
She's in.
Absolutely. Give me Legacy.
Absolutely. We're going to Legacy for the win. Here we go. Legacy. Are you there, honey?
I went upstairs.
Yes, I am here.
You are
Oh,
here.
good.
Okay. Your question is. Now this is an interesting question. It is the most money ever paid at auction for a collector's item. It was simply a movie poster. The most that was ever paid for one at auction for close to $500,000. Sotheby's held this auction, sold this ordinary movie poster for $500,000. What monster movie was that poster of? Is it the original The Mummy, the original Frankenstein, or the original Dracula?
That is definitely the original Dracula.
You say the original Dracula with Bela Lugosi.
30.
Blah, blah, blah. I do not say blah, blah, blah.
I never say blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hey,
So we go back to Day Miami. Day for the win. Is Legacy right or is Legacy wrong?
Yeah, we're going to agree.
I'm sorry, it was The Mummy.
Oh,
It was The Mummy.
She
Bum,
said
bum, bum.
fiction. That's why he agreed.
Yeah,
Because I
well, that
don't
means
know
we're
that it's
going to go
right.
back to Porcelana for the steal. You want Johan
I'm pretty good see some receipts on that.
Or fan.
or Fan? So oh, that's right. Which one did you want?
I'll take Johan.
You're taking Johan.
Always
Johan.
losing out
was
to
gonna
the
take
dumb
Johan.
sweet. God damn it.
Johan.
Always, huh?
Okay, Johan.
Yeah.
Johan, you with us? I got to check.
Yes. I'm here.
All right. Okay. Your question is now. I'm going to name 3 common Hollywood monsters. Which of these was the first to be made into a major feature motion film? Which of these 3? Is it Dracula? Was it a zombie? Or was it Frankenstein? Which of these movie monsters is considered to be the first to be made into a feature-length horror movie?
I'd say Dracula.
You say Dracula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dracula.
Blah, blah, blah.
I don't say blah blah blah.
I don't say blah, blah, blah. You say Dracula. I go back to
Dracula,
Porcelana for the win. Is Johan right or is Johan wrong?
Right.
No check by IMDb.
You guys have said that so much. Now I'm dying just to say blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Porcelana.
Blah blah blah.
Is Johan right or is Johan wrong? Porcelana. I couldn't hear you.
I said that he was right, so I was wrong.
Absolutely right. It was Dracula. Frankenstein and Dracula came out the same year, but Dracula came out first. You just won 250 Linden.
Dracula came first.
The chicken or the egg?
It was the chicken.
It was the Dracula.
Dracula. Okay, so we're going to need a new contestant, and if anyone's going to trade places in the panel, now's the time to do it.
Now would be a good time to do it.
Porcelana, why don't you go back in the panel and take Wade's place?
Okay.
Let me take the center power square.
Oh, I want the power square.
Take the
And we need
center-
a new contestant.
Wait, why am I bouncing? I'm trying to sit
No
down.
bouncing.
Bouncing me. Oh,
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy.
oh my god.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy,
I
bouncy.
want that outfit.
Everything that's in his
Oh,
head.
this one? The spider
It's
web?
like gravity.
Mm.
Yeah, I ran out of time. I was gonna get a big spider to be on my back, but
Oh.
I barely got on here.
I want the outfit
Well,
of Dusk Cat.
Hey, it's scary.
I want
All right.
Dusk in it and the outfit off.
All right.
Yeah,
We need a contestant, everybody. Can't play without one.
Who's going to be
She
the
cried right before I
contestant?
said that too.
Oh,
Tried to mess with her.
I think we
Does
need
it work if she drops
another-
offline?
nailed the virus.
No,
too,
it doesn't.
Seriously.
Somebody needs to be a contestant.
And we need a square too, don't we?
We need a
Yeah, we need a square and we need a contestant.
Tim was gonna do
Where
it.
did where did
All right. Asher
contestant.
joins us
There we go.
as a contestant.
And
I'm
all right,
Dixie.
now let's do this.
Good job.
Nixie's going to be the square. Okay. I believe we started with X last time, so now we're going to go to the circle. A brand new secret square has to be chosen. All right, we have a new secret square. We go back to Asher. Asher, who do you want first for the Hollywood squares?
Now I'm gonna go with the bouncy chick Legacy.
I gotta turn Asher up. I can barely hear him.
Okay, sorry, who did you say I missed that?
Legacy.
Asher cracks me up.
Going with Legacy.
Yeah.
You're going with the Power Square. Okay, you're going with Power Square. Legacy. Hi, Legacy.
Hi.
Okay, Legacy. Godzilla. Stomping through and whatnot. Now, Godzilla has fought plenty of giant robots in battle. Which giant robot was actually the guy? Was one of these three? Was it Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah, or Jet Jaguar?
Hey, we've got a problem. You're breaking up for me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But now. Okay, now.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
this giant robot in Godzilla was what?
Okay, now Godzilla fought many giant robots. I'm going to name three of them. Which of these three giant robots is the good guy? Can you hear that?
Okay. Yeah, we heard it this time.
Okay, was it Mechagodzilla, Mecha King Ghidorah, or Jet Jaguar?
I don't hear the last one.
Jaguar. I didn't hear the second one you said, but I am confident that it's Jet Jaguar.
Yeah, well, the second one was Mecha King Ghidorah, but you're going to go with Jet Jaguar, the good guy. The robot is the good guy. I go back to Asher. Asher, is Legacy right or is Legacy wrong?
She's right.
Absolutely right. Jet Jaguar was the good guy. So we'll get all right.
Good job.
There we go.
There was some
There we go.
Barbara Streisand.
Way to go, Asher.
Jet Jaguar, him no like fried rice. Anyone know where that's from? No, all right, never mind. Day Miami. Day, who did you want?
Well, even though Porcelina didn't pick me earlier, I'm gonna pick her now.
You're picking Porcelana. Porcelana. We're going to Porcelana. Hi, Porcelana.
Return the favor.
Okay, Porcelana. I'm gonna need a second here. My screen's gone all funny.
Funny, haha.
Funny, huh? There we go.
Funny, oh, funny, haha.
Okay. I need a minute here. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to steal some questions from next week. I ran out. So I'm gonna steal some questions from slasher movies.
Okay.
Slasher movies. Pretty much the same thing anyway. They're a monster and slasher films.
Right.
Okay. Your question is, sometimes it was given credit for being the first slasher movie. Psycho is actually the first movie to show what to a movie audience? The first to show what? Is it a nude scene where a murder takes place, blood and nudity in the same scene, or a toilet flushing?
The first two are the same.
The toilet flush, yeah. Which of those is the first to appear
I'm
on
gonna
the
say
screen?
B.
You say B, blood and nudity in the same scene. I go back to Day Miami. Day, is Porcelana right? Porcelana wrong?
I'll agree.
I'm sorry, she's wrong. It's the toilet.
It's the toilet.
Yeah, it's the toilet, and he had to fight to get that scene in there. He had to fight for that.
Show a toilet on screen.
It was that one or the middle one.
Between him
Toilet.
It's integral into my story.
I guess the toilet's taboo, like it used to be to have a queen size bed that couples always
Yeah, I know.
Well, watch any older show and they go into the bathroom. You will never.
His mother that they
Yeah.
were calling.
Yeah, and was it?
Uncle was supposed to flush it on network, right?
You're absolutely right. That is absolutely true. But they didn't show the toilet. You only heard it.
No, you just heard it.
Yeah, you
Every
only
time
heard
right
it.
before he come
Yeah.
marching down the stairs.
Even that, you know.
Yeah, and what's his name? Sorry, Hitchcock fought to keep it in the movie because he said, "Listen, the girl destroys the evidence. It doesn't make sense to do it any other way in a bathroom. She throws it in a wastepaper basket. It's
It's
still
so
there. Yeah, it's still there. You gotta flush it. There's just literally no other way. Yep. She eats it. Let's see. Asher goes to you. Well, I guess you want to go for the quick steal of Fiddler.
Yeah, brother. Let's do this, Fid.
All right, you're going to Fiddler for the quick steal. There we go. Fiddler.
You can do it.
Okay. You're.
do it.
Let's see. Let's see. Ah, here we go. Yours is a simple true or false. True or false? Psycho was Alfred Hitchcock's first horror movie. Is that true or is it false?
False.
You say false. I go back to Asher. Asher, is Fiddler right or is Fiddler wrong?
Okay, so what's the question again? Alfred Hitchcock.
Simple true or false question. True or false, Psycho was Alfred Hitchcock's first horror movie. He says false.
I'll agree. No, wait. No, I disagree.
Yep, you'd be right to disagree. It is considered to be his first. Because the only other horror movies that he's given credit for is The Birds and Frenzy.
Yeah.
But all the other movies that, of course, they do have horrible things in it, but they're all thrillers. Really, they're not horror genre. You just won the game.
The Birds isn't a horror movie?
Congratulations.
Really?
Go Bets a Square, and that's the game for tonight, everybody. I'm calling it.
I would say so.
All right, and the Secret Square, by the way, was nobody caught it.
It was me.
No. Sitting in the corner there was Kirsten. Yeah.
Here y'all, tip the Sim.
Remember, next week is zombies.
Remember to sit back when you're done.
I'm going to Wade's Club if anybody wants to join me.
Here we go. Here's Bride of Frankstone.
Oh, I got an announcement. Okay, so we have Derby this Saturday, right? I don't know what the theme is. Something Halloween. But anyway, so next Tuesday, the 15th, is when we usually do comedy night. But instead of comedy, we're doing spooky, scary ghost stories.
Scare me silly.
Ooh, I like that.
And then yeah. So it can be real, it can be made up, it can be whatever you want. Just come tell a story. And then the next night, the 16th, Jim has
Good night, plus one.
Derby on Wednesday
Oh, no,
night
saying good day. Listening
at
to
4SL. Right, Jim? 4SL?
I thought he said
Yes.
5.
You're changing it to 5SL?
And nearby, I thought he typed 5. 5 p.m.
I'm doing it at 4.
Well, we'll fix it. Yeah, it was at 4. And then after that, we're going to have a Halloween party at Wade's offered his land. Party there.